both of your groups, like any powerful campaign, are able to provide immediate answers, at least partial, but some sort of immediate support to people, to its members, as well as look forward towards more long-term goals and have a really a long-term vision of the kind of change that they want to achieve. So like, I wonder how then on a day-to-day basis, like, how do you balance these two things, and how do you make decisions about which strategies to use in different situations that you might be facing?
Yeah, like, I mean, it's kind of the central question, right? How you balance individual cases and long-term strategy. And the first thing to say is that you can't have one without the other. I don't think you can like be based totally on wider strategy without winning individual cases. Like, you can't build anything if you don't do that. And I'm sure with everybody on this call, because there seems to be lots of amazing people here from amazing organisations, as I can see in the chat, all of our time is very precious. I'm sure lots of us don't have a lot of time. And so it's always a really difficult thing. With Focus E15, we basically try and focus our work in certain areas. So we're still organising in the same hostel that we started organising in 7 years ago. And that's for a reason. And kind of that's how we build up the strategy, as in we have so many people from the same place that have fought and won and fed into the campaign. And there's a very long history now of us in that area, and of us fighting for the Carpenters estate, which is the estate that has many empty homes on it. So I think that's our starting point. And then more widely, if we talk about strategy, we have a public meeting once a month, and it's within that we always try and have this space for everybody that wants to feed into what our campaign should be doing, what are the major issues we should be highlighting. Also to hear from like international groups and international perspectives about what we should be doing. But I think one of the main things that we always come back to is we want to be taking action, and we want to be seen on the streets. And that's a really important thing. And that's our starting point, is to take action, to not care about being too respectable of a campaign. We just want to get results. And so I think it blossoms out of that.
Thank you.
Yeah, perhaps I can go answering for LIU. It is always, of course, a somewhat fraught question. I'm just trying to think through like how we've dealt with it during the pandemic, because so what we've had is a big growth in membership, starting from the first lockdown. And of course, that has brought like waves of people who have very immediate housing issues, which we have been often, really struggling to respond to them all, because there's just so many people in terrible situations. But at the same time, it's always about like building it into something else. So, we're always trying to draw the links between people's individual cases and the bigger picture. And whether we get the balance right all the time between focusing on the individuals and focusing on the bigger picture, I couldn't say. I think we're always working on it. To be honest, it's been quite difficult to campaign during the pandemic because of the difficulty of people like not being able to meet together. So even just like the ability to meet together again, like could change like where we're putting our time. We'll see.